Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still in the range, in the price range, and did not break any support levels yesterday. At least not any of the meaningful ones that we're also observing on the, first of all, the daily chart, but also on the 1 hour chart. I think it broke one micro support level, but overall the main support that's been holding for over a week is still holding. We're going to take a look at that on the 1 hour chart. Just want to start on the daily, just to make sure that everybody understands we're still in a sideways range. The movements to the upside from the swing low that was formed on the 5th of August, they are not clearly impulsive, which means this move keeps us on our toes. We're in the price range still. The price has not really developed an upside impulse from the 5th of August low, which is not really great, which means also the prospects for a rally to the upside, they are not necessarily great. But we still track upside because it is possible that the move to the downside completed as an A, B, C structure on the 5th of August. But at the same time, as I said, the upside move is not an impulse. At best, we're dealing here with a diagonal pattern. And whenever we are dealing with diagonals, we have to be on our toes. So obviously we're not focusing here on the bullish count only. There is a short-term bearish scenario as well. In any analysis, you need a bullish and a bearish scenario, and then you get the pivot in between, which will help you understand which of these scenarios is currently in control. The bearish count is that the wave 4 is still unfolding, because we can easily say that it gets one more low. That's at least possible, but that would open the door. First of all, it would open the door to a bear market that might still be unfolding, because we would simply break down too much for a reliable wave 4 on the Bitcoin chart. And it would not be good for the altcoins either, because that move down, if we get another low, talking about another low below the 5th of August low, I think at that, here the price on the 5th of August bottomed locally at around 49.5K. One more low opens the door to the next support level, which is at 43K on the daily chart. So that doesn't mean we have to test 43K, but it opens the door to a drop to that level in a still unfolding wave 4. But my commentary has been that even if we get that one more low, it increases also the likelihood of possibly a still unfolding bear market, or already a new bear market, or at least it also opens the door for much further price decreases. So it would be crucial for the bulls to defend that 5th of August low, but it is difficult because the movements that have developed from the recent lows, they are not impulsive. So that means in turn, the structure is still very fragile on the micro level. Also, it means that we can only really confirm that this white wave 4 bottomed as soon as we see 5 waves up. We need those 5 waves here in circle wave 1 to complete before confirming wave 4 is finished. That just means at the moment we need to be on the side of caution, and we need to expect new lows, at least need to consider them in our plan. Very, very important. Very decisive phase in the market. Very, very important. Now let's take a look at the smaller time frame chart. Here, the price has actually followed nicely the outlook from the last video, or let's say at least the parameters were followed. Because the forecast in the last video was that we are testing 56,280, and at least, and then we can watch if the market forms a reversal there. And after the last update, obviously I was very active late yesterday due to the volatility, even though in the grand scheme of things, it was not a major move for Bitcoin here. I think it was down only like 3% in the day or something, or 4% maybe, which is not major, especially if we're holding still above support. So obviously we had that move down. We had a reset of circle wave B, which was here before, but we talked about that, I believe, in the last video already. Important was to watch for a reversal or a temporary reversal. So late yesterday, actually, I posted here some updates for our gold members. The commentary was around Bitcoin is likely to test 56,280. At the time, we're still at 57.9K. The price did test that level, and then we're already back above that level now. So that when we came down here quite rapidly, that was the next relevant support level. Could have been that it could have bottomed here at the 61.8 Fib level at 57.6K already. However, due to the microstructure, it became likely that we would test 56.3K. Okay, that level was tested. And then we were watching for a reaction when the price reached that level. The next upside was then around, the price has already arrived at 56,280. This is a key pivot where the price could reverse to the upside. And then just shortly afterwards, I spotted that possible reversal candle, and that was actually the low. That was actually the low. I was actually watching this in real time because the support line here was lost, and it looked as if the sellers would, you know, really push it down because there was a lot of selling volume. But we've seen it before that when that selling volume is changing back into buying volume, or at least, you know, the sellers are failing because they couldn't drive the price down lower. And we saw that 5-minute reversal candle. I mean, I believe that is as good as it gets. You can't predict a swing low better than this. You have to wait for some signals. The first signal we had was this reversal candle, and I just posted possible reversal candle on the 5-minute chart, and then it went, you know, and then it turned around. So that's how we try to stay up to date with the micro patterns. And we now see a possible reversal, but it is not clearly impulsive. That's the thing. So the reaction from the swing low to the upside, it's not clearly impulsive. Too many overlaps. So I cannot confirm to you that this is a solid reversal. This could easily be an internal ABC structure. So again, internal, it means be on the side of caution. Can easily break down. It might mean if you entered, and that's up to you how you manage that, but if you entered any long trades down here, maybe as a reaction to that support level, just make sure you protect them. Treat this chart as if it could still easily fail. What I'm watching today is this trend line for a possible upside breakout signal, or also for resistance. And then if we're dealing with a third wave, it should actually get to 59,600. So there's a bit of a way to go, and then in 5 waves, above 60K would be ideal. But let's first see if a 5-wave move can actually form. Without a 5-wave move, again, we don't have any confirmation that the price has indeed bottomed. The invalidation point for the white wave count is the wave 2 low that formed yesterday at 57,160. I'm going to highlight that on the chart. But if that level is broken, then this structure is failing, and it would make another low very, very likely. So descending trend line important. The price held support, which keeps the door open for higher. However, the structure isn't very convincing yet, and multiple attempts to rally have failed. But the support region that I mentioned in the beginning, that's here on the chart, that's still holding. That's been sort of the stable element since we actually entered that range here like a week ago. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.